Imagine you are a sniper on a battlefield. You are lying in the mud. You are camouflaged. You have been waiting for your target for 3 days. You haven't moved a muscle. Suddenly, a fly lands on your nose. It bites you. It buzzes in your ear. What do? Do you swat it? Do you scratch your nose? Do you curse at the insect? If you do, you are dead. The enemy sniper is watching through his scope, waiting for movement. The moment you react to that tiny irritation, he pulls the trigger. Bang. Game over. Now look at your life. You are not on a battlefield, but the rules of survival are exactly the same. Every time you react, you reveal your position. Every time you get angry, offended, or emotional, you expose your weakness. You show the world exactly where your armor has a crack. Society is designed to trigger you. It is a giant machine built to extract reactions. The news is designed to make you enraged. Social media algorithms are designed to make you jealous. Toxic people are designed to make you insecure. They are all poking you, prodding you, waiting for you to move, waiting for you to swat the fly. And the moment you react, they own you. If someone can make you angry, they are your master. If a random comment on the internet can ruin your morning, you are a slave. You think you are strong? Look at how easily you lose control. A car cuts you off in traffic, your blood pressure spikes, and you scream inside your car. A girl doesn't text back instantly. Your mood crashes into depression. Someone insults your work. You spend the next 6 hours having an imaginary argument in the shower. This is not strength. This is fragility. Epictetus, the slave who became one of history's greatest philosophers, said it best. If someone succeeds in provoking you, realize that your mind is complicit in the provocation. You are helping them destroy you. You are handing them the weapon. In this video, we are going to teach you the ultimate power. The power to stand in the fire and not burn. The power to watch the world collapse and not blink. The power of not reacting. Stop being a target. Become the sniper. Let's begin. Let's go to the master of endurance. Marcus Aurelius. He wasn't a monk sitting in a quiet library. He was the emperor of Rome. He wrote his famous meditations inside a tent, covered in blood and dirt, on the front lines of the Germanic wars. His soldiers were dying from the plague. His wife was rumored to be betraying him. His friends were plotting coups against him. He had every excuse in the world to scream, cry, and rage. But he didn't. He understood a fundamental truth about the human mind. He wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Most people have this backwards. They try to control the events. They try to control what people say about them. They try to control the economy, the traffic, the weather, and the opinions of strangers. And when they fail, which they always will, they suffer. They break. The Stoic accepts that the world is chaos. You cannot stop the rain from falling, but you can choose not to get wet. Here is the brutal truth. An insult creates no pain. Wait, think about that. An insult is just noise. It is air vibrating in a larynx. It is sound waves hitting your eardrum. The pain does not come from the word. The word has no mass. It cannot cut your skin. The pain comes from your interpretation of the word. You are the one who picks up the knife and stabs yourself with it. Aurelius said, "Choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed. Don't feel harmed, and you haven't been." It sounds impossible, but it is the only truth. If I call you a purple unicorn, do you get offended? Do you cry? No, you laugh, because you know it is fundamentally false. But if I call you lazy or stupid, and you get angry, it's because a part of you fears I might be right. Your reaction is a confession. When you react, you validate the insult. When you don't react, you deny the accusation. Silence is not submission. Silence is the ultimate rejection. It says, your opinion is so irrelevant, it doesn't even warrant a response. The Roman philosopher Seneca warned us about the specific danger of anger. He called it temporary madness. He argued that no good decision was ever made in anger. He said, "The greatest remedy for anger is delay." Delay. This is the secret weapon. The pause. Centuries later, the psychiatrist Viktor Frankl survived the horrors of the Nazi concentration camps. He lost his family, his freedom, and his dignity. But in the middle of that hell, he found the key to spiritual survival. He said, "Between stimulus and response there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom." Most men have no space. Stimulus dash reaction. Input dash output. They are robots. Machines. Someone pushes a button, and they explode. They are predictable. And because they are predictable, they are easily manipulated. You need to widen the gap. When you feel the rage rising, when your heart starts pounding, when the cortisol floods your veins, do nothing. Freeze. Take a breath. Count to 5. In those 5 seconds, your logic comes back online. Your prefrontal cortex takes over from your primitive amygdala. In those 5 seconds, you go from being an animal to being a king. Ask yourself, is this necessary? Will this matter on my deathbed? Will this even matter next Tuesday? Usually, the answer is no. Robert Greene, author of The 48 Laws of Power, reinforces this in Law 36. Disdain things you cannot have. Ignoring them is the best revenge. By reacting, you validate the enemy. You tell them, you are important enough to hurt me. By ignoring them, you tell them, you do not exist. There is no greater insult than indifference. Hate is not the opposite of love. Indifference is. Don't argue. Don't explain. Don't defend. Just look at them, blink, and go back to work. Let me tell you a story about Cato the Younger. He was the Stoic saint, the man who inspired Marcus Aurelius. Cato was a politician in Rome who was famous for his stubborn integrity. One day, he was at the public baths. A man, in a fit of rage, struck Cato in the face, punched him hard. A crowd gathered. They waited for Cato to destroy the man. Cato was powerful. He could have had the man executed or beaten. Instead, when the man realized who he had hit, he fell to his knees, crying and begging for forgiveness. Cato didn't get angry. He didn't accept the apology. He didn't punish him. He simply looked at the man and said, I do not remember being hit. Think about the power of that statement. He didn't say, I forgive you, because forgiveness implies that he was hurt. He denied the event entirely. He refused to acknowledge that the man had the power to harm him. He wiped the event from existence. This is the ultimate level of not reacting. It is treating the chaos of the world like the weather. If it rains, you don't get angry at the clouds. You just open an umbrella and keep walking. Musonius Rufus, another great Stoic teacher, said, if we practice this, we will not only be happy ourselves, but we will not hurt others. When you stop reacting, you stop the cycle of violence. Arguments require 2 people. Drama requires 2 participants. If you drop the rope, the tug-of-war ends immediately. Be like Cato. Do not even remember being hit. Reaction is rigid. Non-reaction is fluid. Bruce Lee famously said, be water, my friend. If you punch water, what happens? The water moves. It doesn't break. It doesn't get hurt. It simply wraps around your fist and swallows it. Water is soft, but over time, it wears down the hardest rock. When you react, you become a rock. Rigid, easy to break. When you argue with a fool, you become a fool. When you wrestle with a pig, you both get dirty, but the pig likes it. You need to practice emotional Aikido. Aikido is a martial art where you use the opponent's energy against them. You don't block the punch, you redirect it. How do you do this in conversation? Use the gray rock technique. Become as boring as a stone. Give them 0 emotional nutrition. They scream? You say okay. They accuse you of everything under the sun? You say I hear you. They try to guilt trip you? You say, I understand your perspective. You are not engaging. You are observing. Imagine you are a scientist watching a lab rat go crazy in a cage. You don't get angry at the rat. You just take notes. Look at him yelling. Interesting behavior. His face is turning red. Detach yourself. View the situation from above. This is what the Stoics called the view from above. Zoom out from your body. See the room. See the city. See the planet. From space, this argument is invisible. It is meaningless. Is it worth your peace? Never. There is a story of a Zen master. A student asked him, Master, how do I defeat my enemy? The master replied, by not being there. Don't be there emotionally. Check out. Leave the room in your mind. Why is this so important? Why must you master this? Because reaction costs you everything. It costs you your energy. It costs you your time. It costs you your reputation. Seneca said, to be everywhere is to be nowhere. If your mind is constantly fighting imaginary battles with people who don't matter, you have no energy left for your mission. You cannot build an empire if you are busy throwing stones at every dog that barks. Every time you get triggered, you leak power. You are a battery with a crack in it. You wake up tired because you spent all night reacting to your own thoughts. Successful people are terrifyingly calm. Look at a CEO during a crisis. Look at a surgeon during a fatal operation. Look at a general during a war. Panic is death. Calm is survival. If you want to be a leader, you must be the eye of the storm. The world is chaos. Your team is panic. Your family is worried. They look to you. If you are freaking out, they will fall. If you are unshakable, they will stand. Napoleon Bonaparte said, "He who fears being conquered is sure of defeat." Fear is a reaction. Anger is a reaction. Jealousy is a reaction. Conquer your reactions, and you conquer the world. So, here's your mission. This is your training for the next 33 days. You are going to practice Amor Fati. This is Latin for love your fate. Whatever happens to you, good or bad, do not just accept it. Love it. Treat everything as fuel. If someone insults you, good. It is a test of your patience. If you lose your job, good. It is a chance to build something better. If you fail, good. It is a lesson you needed to learn. Stop labeling things as bad. Things just are. Your reaction is what labels them. For the next 24 hours, you are dead to the world. You are a ghost. You are a wall. If someone is rude to you, do not reply. Look at them, smile, and walk away. If bad news comes, do not panic. Say good, and find a solution. If your brain tries to pull you into a spiral of overthinking, cut it off like a surgeon. Remember the words of Marcus Aurelius. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. Don't let them drag you into the mud. Stay high. Stay clean. Stay silent. Your power is in your pause. Your strength is in your silence. Do not react. Control. Let them judge. You stay calm.